Coming up on Paseo News, Coffee House last semester was filled with a lot of brilliant talent. See what happened on stage and backstage. It took a group effort from the entire school to pull off the first musical at Paseo in 10 years. Highlights of Godspell coming up. Plus, students are putting in many hours as they prepare to compete against other students from across the country. Those stories and more coming up next on Paseo News.
From the Kansas City Public Schools, you are watching KCPS-TV. This is Paseo News with Mickell.
Hello Paseo students, my name is Mickell Miller. Today I will be going over a wrap-up of the past semester, so let's get started. The biggest event at Paseo last semester was Coffee House. On November 30th, more than 35 people got on the stage in our recital hall to share their talent. Dancers, singers, poets, and musicians all entertained the crowd. The audience was very supportive and the house was packed. The only room for onlookers was standing room. Some of the audience members say they were shocked about how well the people did on stage. Before the performers could hit the stage at Coffee House, we had a chance to talk to them backstage. Our Jalen Lewis joins us now with that report.
Backstage at Coffee House, most of the performers I spoke with were nervous. They told me why they wanted to perform. They told me how hard it was to get selected. I was told that Coffee House was originally for the creative writing department, and over the years it evolved to an all-school talent show. I also had a chance to speak with Quentin Hammonds. He told me he thought Felix Small was one of the best performers on the night. After talking to many of the performers backstage, I felt that the atmosphere was hectic. People were nervous, people were crying, and people were anxious. But even with all those emotions, Coffee House was still a success. Hope to see everyone at the next Coffee House in April. Back to you, Mickell.
Before they could perform in front of a packed house, Coffee House participants had to impress the judges. Rebecca Cumler joins us now after talking to one of the judges.
The creator of Coffee House, Mr. Odom, says Coffee House is a learning experience and everybody grows by participating. And junior Moni Mack says choosing from the very talented student body during the audition process is never easy.
Coffee House this year was filled with many great talents.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me.
Unfortunately, not all the students made it to the stage. Judges like Moncherie Mack had the difficult job of eliminating potential contestants.
Lay down on your cot and dream of the day you put on a fake smile kneeling down to hug me.
Miss Moncherie Mack is a junior here at Paseo Academy of Fine and Performing Arts. Last semester, she not only performed in Coffee House, but has decided to take on the process of judging.
Yes, it's hard because you have to know what your people want, and you can't think about what you like. You have to think about what your audience will like. So it's more hard than you think it is.
Miss Moncherie says that taking on a process like this has to be done very carefully. With performing and judging for the rest of the competition, you cannot have biased opinions on other performances.
Judging by the response of the crowd that night, it seemed that the audition process produced some great performers. The next Coffee House auditions will be held around March 29th. The next show will be held on April 12th. Hope to see everyone there. Reporting from the newsroom, Rebecca Cumler for Paseo Midday News. Mickell, back to you.
Mr. Odom told us he has a poem that he is performing for next show. It is called I Want to Be Like Russell Simmons. We are all looking forward to hearing it. It has been 3 years since the last musical at Paseo. That is why last semester there was a lot of excitement from the entire cast and staff involved with Godspell. This production took place on November 15th through 17th on Paseo's main stage. Almost all of our school majors came together to make this play possible. The cast performed 3 days straight, each with the same energy. They raised $900 from ticket sales. Dr. Daniels picked this play because of this message.
Well, I thought it had a good message of building a community, because I think our students and our community needs to come together so that we can all become one, become unified.
It took a couple of months for all involved to get ready for opening night. The people backstage have to do a lot of hard work to make a set or get the perfect lighting for the play. Mr. Luby, as the technical director and artistic director, helps the students know the deadlines and make sure they are met.
It's been a lot of work, It's been, 4 years, over 4 years since we've done a musical here. And so we have to retrain everybody on all the work that goes into putting on a musical, because it involves all the departments to work together.
Coming up after the break, a king and queen were crowned in an all-school assembly, and seniors stressed as they tried to complete a project for graduation.
Warning. The following commercial contains stunts performed by professionals. Unless supervised by a professional, do not perform these stunts that were performed in this commercial.
It really works.
Another big event last semester was Spirit Week in Arts Royale. The Arts Royale was held in Paseo's Big Theater on November 8th. This was a show that showed the best working kids of every major. This year's Arts Royale was a big success. Everyone enjoyed it and the crowd went crazy when the king and queen were crowned. Congratulations to Randall Daniels and Maria Jones for winning King and Queen.
It feels good, you know? It just feels good.
I feel like I've accomplished everything I needed here. I feel like I play a big part at this school. A lot of people look up to me, so I gotta, show a lot of support.
After the assembly, the royal court enjoyed a reception. During this reception, the school president and vice president told us how this event came about.
Mr. Walker had really no choice because maybe he knew this was our last year and he knew 2013 is the best class there will ever be.
Monday we had the Wacky Tacky Day. It was kind of a little bit harsh because people forgot over the weekend. And then Tuesday was Twin Day. And then Wednesday was Celebrity Lookalike Day. And then today was the Arts Royale.
Whether you like it or not, capstone is something that you have to do in order to graduate. Capstone is the research and presentation on community improvement. Students and faculty say that capstone can be very stressful. They say deadlines are mandatory, the work takes dedication, and it is required for graduation.
The notes that I'm taking and knowing that this is worth a big part of the grade, and it's just a lot. It's stressful, very stressful.
Carlton McCormick and many other seniors feel this way about capstone. The head capstone advisor shares some of these feelings.
For every hour that they put in, I put in probably 15 minutes times all 65 students. So yes, there's a lot of hours involved in this.
Ms. Weston took on the challenge of dealing with high school students that are doing research, writing a paper, and presenting it to administrators. During the first semester, they had to have the topic, their sources, and their notes.
Not just writing another research paper, They've done research papers for years. This is not.
The final advice Ms. Weston has for future seniors is,
get your community service out of the way.
Capstone will appear again in April, so good luck to all seniors. Coming up later on Paseo News, one of Paseo's most popular after-school programs is preparing for an annual competition. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Jasmine's Hair Care. It helps your hair grow, it keeps it shiny, and it's only $9.99.
It really works!
Robotics Club at Paseo High School worked on last semester. Almost 30 students continue to work on the robot this semester. Reporter Sharice Holloman spoke to a student and a teacher involved.
Paseo High School has many clubs, and one that is very popular and exciting is robotics. Within this club, the students are funded and given equipment to build a robot and make it do a certain feature within a certain period of time.
So far, I've been in robotics for 4 years, and I'll say it's pretty enlightening. You know, it teaches me about engineering. You know, I have a love for engineering, and you know, it better widens my thinking in that area.
Senior James Kennedy enjoys robotics for many reasons.
It's pretty fun, and it's really, it teaches you how to get out there and like get to know the world and stuff. Like you see new people from across the world.
The students put close to 100 hours on this robot, but when I asked James what's the most exciting part about this club, he said,
the most exciting is when we go out of town and compete. Like this year, we're going out of town and compete for 3 days in St. Louis, and judging from last year, like it was pretty fun. You stay all night in the hotel, all you can eat, all of that, you know. So it was pretty relaxing.
That only happens if the students finish building the robot on time. They meet every day except Fridays and Sundays to get the job done. The students get help from members of the community.
The first 3 years we were funded with Kaufman, but since then we've had several sources of funding.
While this is James' last year, he encouraged other students to pick up where he's leaving off.
Yes, I would. It teaches young minds about engineering and, you know, help them, you know, go the right path.
The good thing that this club benefits is educational purpose. It takes what the students are learning in science and math and makes it more real in terms of producing and building things. Mickell, back to you.
If the Robotics Club wins its competition, they will receive scholarship money. Well, that'll do it for us. I hope you enjoyed our semester wrap-up. We're going to leave you with a music video produced by Mr. Robinson's 6th hour class.
Don't nobody want to see you be happy. They always trying to take your joy, bring you down. But you gotta be the one to stick by your mate and say, I'ma be with you no matter what. You know what I'm saying? I did you wrong, you did me wrong too. You know what I'm saying? We gotta put up with each other. The easiest thing to do is leave your dig. Anyway, check this out.
I don't wanna lose this relationship, so we gotta stay strong. Don't wanna move on. I know you still tired of fussing and the fighting and the cussing, but I love you and you love me too. I did you wrong, you did me wrong. I take you back, you take me back. I did you wrong, boy, you did me wrong. I'll take you back, I'll take you back. no time. And I ain't trying to waste my time. Say no need to waste no time, cause we didn't put it too much time. I ain't trying to waste your time, and I ain't trying to waste my time, cause I ain't no need to waste no time, cause we didn't put in too much time. When you run a relationship, needs a thing for you to do, it's the lead, but you gotta stick it out, gotta work it out, gotta stick it out, gotta work it out, gotta stick it out, hey. At the end of the day, hey, I did you wrong, you did me wrong, I take you back, you take me back.